In the beginning, there was nothing but darkness and silence. Then God spoke, and from his word came light, life, and order. Out of the void, the heavens and the earth were formed. In 6 days, God completed his work of creation. On the first day, he created light, separating day from night. On the second day, he formed the sky. On the third, he gathered the waters, revealed the dry land, and made it flourish with grass, plants, and trees. On the fourth day, he set the sun, the moon, and the stars in their places, to give light and mark the times and seasons. On the fifth, he filled the seas with fish and the skies with birds. On the sixth day, he created animals of every kind, and finally his greatest creation, mankind, made in his own image, male and female. And on the seventh day, God rested, blessing that day as holy. Then God formed the first man, Adam, from the dust of the ground, and breathed into him the breath of life. He placed Adam in the Garden of Eden, a paradise of beauty and abundance, filled with every tree that was pleasant to the eye and good for food. In the center of the garden stood the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God commanded Adam, "You may eat freely from every tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat of it, you will surely die." Seeing that Adam was alone, God created a companion for him. From Adam's rib, he fashioned the first woman, Eve, and together they became one flesh, united in love and harmony. But in the garden was a serpent, cunning and deceitful. It approached Eve and whispered temptation, "You will not surely die, for when you eat of the fruit, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Eve looked at the fruit, saw that it was pleasing and desirable for gaining wisdom, and she ate it. She gave some to Adam, and he also ate. At that moment, their eyes were opened. They realized they were naked, and shame entered their hearts. They sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves and hid from the presence of God. But God called out, "Adam, where are you?" Fear replaced innocence, and mankind could no longer stand pure before their Creator. Sin had entered the world. For their disobedience, God pronounced judgment. The serpent was cursed to crawl on its belly and be despised by mankind. The woman would suffer pain in childbirth, and her desire would be for her husband. The man would toil the ground in sweat and hardship to survive. And so Adam and Eve were driven out of the Garden of Eden, away from the tree of life, to live in a world of struggle, sorrow, and death. Thus, the story of creation became also the story of the fall. Genesis chapters 1 to 3 reveal the greatness of God, the beauty of his creation, and the tragedy of mankind's rebellion. It is a reminder that with every gift comes responsibility, and with every choice comes consequence. But even in judgment, God's plan of salvation was already set in motion, a promise of hope for all humanity.